you ever wonder why some people age gracefully while others start falling apart before they even hit 60? You may not realize it, but the foods you're putting on your plate every day could be quietly shaving years off your life. Not through dramatic heart attacks or sudden strokes, but through slow, silent damage that builds up over time. And the worst part? Some of these foods are things you've been told are fine in moderation. Others? You eat because they're convenient, tasty, or even comforting. But the body doesn't forget. Day after day, meal after meal, it keeps score. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 common foods that could be shortening your life. These aren't obscure ingredients or things only found in fast food. They're foods most people eat without a second thought. And when we get to food number 5, you'll see why doctors are so alarmed. It's been directly linked to nighttime heart attacks, especially in people over 40. So please, stay with me until the end, because once you recognize these foods, you'll finally have the power to take back control of your health and maybe even extend your life by years. Let's begin. Food number 1, processed meats, the everyday killer you don't think twice about. Think bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli ham. They smell amazing, they taste even better. But inside your body, these meats are causing chaos. Let's take David, 62 years old. He starts his morning with toast and a few slices of bacon. Lunch is a ham sandwich, maybe a sausage roll in the evening. To David, it's just food. He's eaten it his whole life. But what he doesn't realize is that these meats are filled with nitrates and preservatives that damage the lining of his blood vessels bit by bit. And when blood vessels weaken, it becomes easier for plaque to build up, a key trigger for strokes and heart attacks. Worse, the high salt content in processed meats pushes your blood pressure up over time, sometimes without any symptoms at all. Researchers have found that just 50 grams of processed meat per day, that's about 2 slices of bacon, is enough to raise your risk of early death by 18%. And yet, most people don't stop to think twice. The danger here isn't that you feel sick after eating it. The danger is that you don't feel anything until it's too late. So, ask yourself this: are processed meats still a regular part of your meals? If yes, it's time to start cutting back. Choose fresh, lean proteins instead. Grilled chicken, beans, fish. Because the small choice you make at breakfast could be the difference between seeing your grandkids grow up or not. Food number 2, sugary breakfast cereals, a sweet start with a bitter end. It's colorful, crunchy, convenient. You pour it into a bowl, add milk, maybe some fruit, and just like that, breakfast is done. But here's what most people don't realize. That innocent bowl of cereal might be flooding your system with more sugar than a donut. Let's talk about Clara. She's 58, works a demanding job, and tries to eat light in the mornings. Her go-to is a low-fat fruit yogurt and a bowl of cereal that claims to be heart-healthy. But what Clara doesn't know is that her so-called healthy cereal contains over 12 grams of sugar per serving, and she's eating twice that without blinking. Now think about what happens next. That sugar rush sends her blood glucose soaring. Her pancreas scrambles to release insulin. Then, a few hours later, she crashes. Tired, unfocused, and reaching for more sugar to feel normal again. This roller coaster might feel subtle now, but over time, it wears her body down. Chronically elevated insulin is one of the key drivers of weight gain, inflammation, and eventually type 2 diabetes. And if you think it stops there, it doesn't. Excess sugar intake has been tied to accelerated aging, poor cognitive function, and yes, shorter life expectancy. The problem? These cereals are often marketed as healthy. They say things like fortified with vitamins or made with whole grains. But behind the label is a dangerous cocktail of refined carbs and added sugars that your body was never meant to handle first thing in the morning. So here's the question: is your breakfast giving you energy, or quietly taking years off your life? If you're reaching for cereals out of habit, it's time to reconsider. Opt for oats, eggs, smoothies with real ingredients. Because how you start your day sets the tone for how long and how well you'll live it. Food number 3, vegetable oils, the healthy ingredient that's damaging your cells. They're in almost everything: the bottle next to your stove, the chips in your pantry, the salad dressing you drizzle without thinking. Vegetable oils, like soybean, corn, canola, and sunflower oil, are marketed as heart-friendly. But here's the truth most people never hear: they could be slowly poisoning your cells from the inside out. Let's look at Michael. He's 67, still active, light, eats light, avoids fried foods, but uses vegetable oil daily to cook at home. He thinks he's doing it right, but what Michael doesn't know is that the oil he's using is highly processed. stripped of nutrients and loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, the kind that throw your body's inflammation into overdrive. Now imagine your body as a house. When you eat these oils regularly, it's like lighting small fires in every room. Not big enough to burn the house down instantly, but constant, relentless. And over time, this chronic inflammation becomes the root cause of nearly every age-related disease: heart disease, arthritis, even some cancers. The irony? These oils are often labeled as vegetable, so they sound natural, even healthy, but they're anything but. Many are chemically extracted using solvents like hexane, then deodorized and bleached before they hit your shelf. If you've ever wondered why your joints ache, your energy dips, or your skin looks older than it used to, this could be part of the reason. Because inflammation doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just whispers, until the damage is done. So ask yourself, what oil is in your kitchen right now? Is it clear, cheap, and light tasting? If yes, it might be time for a change. Switch to oils with a better fat profile. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or even coconut oil in moderation. Because the oils you cook with don't just flavor your food, they help decide how long your body stays strong, sharp, and disease-free. Food number 4, white bread. The soft staple that's silently draining your vitality. It's warm, soft, comforting. Whether it's toast in the morning, a sandwich at lunch, or a quick snack at night, white bread is everywhere. And yet, this everyday staple might be one of the most deceptive foods you're putting in your body. Let's talk about Amina. She's 60. She's always been petite, doesn't overeat, but she loves her bread. Toasted with butter, sliced for sandwiches, a couple of slices with tea in the evening. It seems harmless, just flour, right? But what Amina doesn't realize is that white bread is made from highly refined flour, stripped of its fiber, stripped of nutrients, and converted into glucose almost instantly once digested. That means it spikes your blood sugar just like candy. Now here's the real danger. When your blood sugar keeps spiking and crashing, day after day, it puts tremendous stress on your pancreas. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, belly fat, energy crashes, and increases your risk for diabetes, heart disease, and even dementia. But it's not just about sugar. White bread lacks the fiber your gut needs to stay healthy. Without fiber, your digestion slows. You feel bloated, sluggish. Even your immune system suffers, because over 70% of it lives in your gut. And maybe the scariest part? You don't feel the damage happening. You just feel normal. Until one day, you're at the doctor's office hearing words like pre-diabetic or elevated blood pressure and wondering how you got here. So what's the fix? Simple. Swap white bread for whole grains. Or better yet, sprouted breads, oats, or fiber-rich alternatives. Read your labels. Choose breads with ingredients you can pronounce. And don't be fooled by marketing tricks like multigrain if the first ingredient is still refined flour. Because what you eat with your tea or toast every morning shouldn't be the reason you don't live to see the next decade. Food number 5, trans fats, the silent killer lurking in your favorite snacks. There's a reason doctors call them the deadliest fat, because unlike other unhealthy foods that do their damage slowly, trans fats don't wait. They attack your heart, your arteries, and your brain, often without warning. Let's talk about Uche. He's 54, works late nights, doesn't have time to cook, so he often grabs packaged pastries or microwave dinners after work. He tells himself it's just a snack, something to keep him going. But what he doesn't know is that many of these ultra-processed foods contain artificial trans fats, hidden under names like partially hydrogenated oil. Here's the terrifying part. Even small amounts of trans fat, as little as 2 grams a day, can double your risk of heart disease. Not increase it slightly, double it. And the most brutal part? Trans fats increase LDL, the bad cholesterol, while lowering HDL, the good kind. It's a 1-2 punch that clogs your arteries fast. And if that blockage happens while you sleep, your body might not have a chance to react. That's why some of the most shocking heart attack cases happen between midnight and 6 a.m. Because your body is at rest. But the damage from what you ate earlier is still working overtime. Now here's where it gets even trickier. Many countries have banned trans fats, but not all. And even in places where bans exist, loopholes allow small amounts to remain as long as it's under 0.5 grams per serving. That means you could still be eating them without realizing it. Frozen pizza, packaged cookies, margarine, coffee creamers, microwave popcorn. The convenience? Not worth the cost. So what can you do? Start by checking labels. If you see anything that says partially hydrogenated oil, put it back. Stick to whole natural fats, olive oil, nuts, seeds, avocado. And when you crave something crunchy or sweet, look for brands that explicitly state 0G trans fats and no hydrogenated oils. Because this isn't just about snacks. This is about waking up tomorrow. Food number 6. Alcohol, the social drink that slowly ages every part of you. A glass of wine with dinner. A cold beer after work. It's how many people unwind. Some even believe it's good for the heart. But the truth? After 40, especially after 50, alcohol can quietly turn from a pleasure into poison. Let's talk about Lydia. She's 63, doesn't drink heavily, just a few glasses of wine each week, with her book club or during dinner. She figures it's harmless, even healthy. But over time, she's noticed she sleeps lighter, wakes up groggy, her memory feels fuzzy, her skin duller than it used to be, and she's constantly tired, even after a full night's rest. What Lydia doesn't know is that even moderate alcohol starts to wear down the body faster as you age. Your liver processes it slower. Your sleep becomes lighter. Your brain takes longer to bounce back. And inside, deep in your cells, alcohol increases oxidative stress, which accelerates aging and weakens immunity. Studies show that regular drinking, even at low levels, raises your risk of certain cancers, cognitive decline, liver issues, and heart disease. And the older you get, the harder it becomes for your body to recover between drinks. The biggest myth? That a little wine is good for you. Maybe it was? Once. But newer research is showing that any regular alcohol intake increases the risk of premature death, especially from cardiovascular issues. And here's the worst part. Alcohol doesn't always hurt you immediately. It just slowly chips away at your quality of life, until one day, your body can't take the hits anymore. So here's the question. Is the temporary relaxation worth the long-term cost? If you drink, be honest with yourself. Track it. Cut back. Swap wine for herbal teas. Choose sparkling water at gatherings, because you don't need a drink to celebrate life. You need a healthy body to live long enough to enjoy it. Food number 7. Soda. The bubbly habit that quietly destroys from within. It's cold, fizzy, sweet. It gives you that satisfying kick in the middle of a long day. But soda, whether it's regular or diet, is not just a drink. It's one of the most efficient ways to fast-track your body toward chronic disease and early aging. Let's talk about Raymond. He's 59, works in construction, drinks 2 bottles of soda a day, one at lunch, one on the way home. He's not overweight, he stays active, so he figures it balances out. But what Raymond doesn't realize is that soda is doing damage where he can't see it, inside his pancreas, where insulin is constantly being pumped out to handle the sugar overload, inside his blood vessels, where inflammation slowly builds, inside his bones, where phosphoric acid leaches away precious calcium, and perhaps most dangerously, inside his brain, where artificial sweeteners from diet sodas confuse hunger signals and are now being linked to cognitive decline. A single can of soda can contain over 35 grams of sugar. That's nearly 9 teaspoons in one hit. Do that daily, and your liver starts storing the excess sugar as visceral fat, the kind that wraps around your organs and increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. And don't think diet soda gets a pass. Studies now show that artificial sweeteners can disrupt gut bacteria, spike insulin, and even increase cravings, leading to more weight gain over time, not less. So the question isn't, can I have soda once in a while? The question is, why am I still drinking it when I know what it's doing to my body? Swap it out. Drink water with lemon, unsweetened iced teas, herbal infusions. Your taste buds will adjust, and your organs, your brain, heart, kidneys, they'll thank you. Because the small habit of opening a can every day might be the very thing shortening your life without you ever realizing it. Final thoughts. Now that you've seen the 7 foods, take a moment to breathe. This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Because the truth is, most people don't die suddenly. They die slowly. From choices made every day on autopilot without realizing the cost. So ask yourself, are these foods still part of your daily routine? Do they sit quietly in your fridge, hide in your snacks, appear in your comfort meals? You don't have to change everything overnight, but you do have to start somewhere. Because the choices you make today, with your fork, with your cup, with your habits, can either add years to your life or quietly take them away. The good news? Your body is resilient. It wants to heal. It wants to fight for you. But you have to give it the right tools. That means cutting back the processed, the sugary, the artificial, and feeding it what it was always designed to thrive on: whole, natural, nourishing foods. So take action, not tomorrow, today. Swap soda for water, choose olive oil over margarine, walk past the white bread and reach for grains that fuel you. Because your future isn't written in stone, it's written in your habits, and every bite is a line in that story. If If you've watched till now, thank you. Leave a comment below with the number 7 to let us know you're still here. And tell us, which one of these foods surprised you the most? Or which one are you ready to cut out first? If this video helped you, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Your support helps us keep creating honest, powerful health content that matters. Because it's not just about living longer, it's about living better. And it starts right on your plate.